Well, he's controlling the fight and has done really from the start. It is a shame he hasn't got slightly more power, but you can't have everything.
See some shots here of James DeGale, who's on next. DeGale, of course, the 2008 Olympic gold medalist at middleweight. He fights Matthew Barr this evening. We'll be watching his fight later on. At the moment, it's all about DeGale's former amateur teammate, Frankie Gavin, who is well on top here against Peter Mcdonagh.
The third Olympian, of course, is Billy Joe Saunders, who unfortunately is sitting in a ringside seat, still with plaster on his injured left hand. Broke his left hand in his last fight. And I was talking to him. Hopefully he'll be able to start punching with that hand in a couple of weeks. So it'll be probably April before he will see him in the ring again.
Underway here, round number 4. Frankie Gavin against Peter Mcdonagh. For us, it's Gavin leading 30-27 after the first half of the fight. Comfortably ahead.
So we think.
And just Jeff Hines scoring this evening. Frankie Gavin, it's very good to watch, isn't he, Colin? The rounds have flown by, really. He's been in action for 9 minutes. I don't think we've looked at the clock hardly once. Good shot that from Gavin with the left hand, left counter. And just picks him off with a jab. Makes Mcdonagh miss as well.
Bit low from down to the left, a little bit low. Yes, the referee's told Gavin to keep him up a bit, but
left hand just
accident.
He's probably just about all right. Gavin with his hands by his side now, showboating a little bit. So he's more content to land with single shots in this round, Colin.
Yeah, I mean, he tries all various things, doesn't he? Single shots, combinations, body punching, head punching. He's got a very good variety. And obviously he's enjoying himself in there. He obviously loves what he does.
Nice exhibition stuff, this from Gavin.
Whether his lack of power will be decisive when he gets up into world class, we'll find out in due course. At light welterweight, I mean, he's liable to fight Hispanics who are like little buzzsaws and who can fight like tigers and punch like the proverbial mule.
Yeah, this one at welterweight this evening, Gavin just weighing a pound over 10.7.
I thought he was 10.4.
No, that was,
oh.
It's a little bit to lose if he is to make 140. Growing lad as well. He's hard enough to get people's respect, doesn't he, Colin? And
well,
enough.
When he's that good a boxer, he'll get respect.
Enough volume of punches as well.
I mean, plenty of non-punchers have won world titles.
Just going on a long world title reign, isn't it? It's tough to do without a big punch.
Yeah.
So yourself a little bit more prone, don't you? You have to have more fights. And
well, when you're relaxing, let's be frank, it will do Gavin the world a good to go 6 rounds and rather than finish it early. I mean, there's every chance now what we've seen that he's going to go 6 rounds. It'll be the first time he's been taken the distance, which won't do him any harm because he needs rounds like a lot of young kids coming up and starting a pro career. They need to get the rounds under their belt, all part of the experience process.
Again, they're just working on that mouse underneath Frankie Gavin's right eye.
He covers up. No, he doesn't know what to do.
No, it's not a bad one. It's all part and parcel of being a fighter, isn't it? You can't go through a fight without getting hit.
Absolutely.
Well, rarely.
5.
round number 5 here at Wembley Arena. Gavin on course for professional win number 6. Double jab there from Gavin. Relatively straightforward start to this 5th round. Still there, he does take a punch. Showboating from Mcdonagh as he raises his right arm. Gavin will be too fussed about that.
Hello, almost obviously talking to each other, which we can't hear, but the referee made a sign to say stop talking. Did you interpret that?
Absolutely can't. Yeah. Unless he was doing a funny dance. Mcdonagh maybe said something when he raised his arm. Plenty of chat between the two when they came into the ring. Jeff Hines had to tell them to keep it quiet then as well. Imagine they'll give each other a hug after the final bell there. McDonagh's trapped on the ropes. Not in real trouble, I don't think, as he double jabs his way off them. Gavin just making him miss. Lands a solid enough left hand of his own. Good left hand on the right. Good left hand as well. He's more a counter-puncher, isn't he, Gavin?
Yeah.
Aggression.
But he does like going forward.
Yeah.
And he's always busy.
Again, he's going to be one of these guys who looks really good when someone comes after him.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it's going to be, you know, he's got an interesting career ahead of him. No doubt about that.
Body shot there.
He's so much quicker than Mcdonagh, and also he's got far more variety.
Good workout for him though. Mcdonagh has come to fight, and he stood in front of him. And plenty of guts as well. You see why Mcdonagh's not been stopped off, can't you, Colin?
Sure.
Another impressive round from Frankie Gavin. A big chat here after the bell.
I don't know what all that's about. They've been watching too many football matches, I think, these two. I mean, that Frankie Gavin wants to stop that nonsense, and his corner wants to stop him from indulging in that kind of banter in the ring.
It's not really been that kind of fight either, has it, Colin?
Well, I don't know what's gone on between them, but obviously there's no love lost. But it's so unnecessary. We don't want to see this creeping into boxing. Like it has, you know, bad behaviour seems to have infiltrated into most sports, and we want to try and at least, I mean, it's a brutal enough sport as it is, boxing, without people misbehaving. Now, referee Hines is going over to both corners, and I'm sure he's saying you cut that out.
I don't know if it came from, I think Mcdonagh sort of had a word at the bell, and then Gavin responded. Bang gloves.
They want to talk, then join the debating society.
It's got the crowd interested. The biggest roar of the fight for the start of the 6th. These boxers have come out with a bit more positive intent as well. Mcdonagh, aggressive. Gavin's throwing a few shots as well. Boxing with his hands by his side, trying to tempt Mcdonagh in. Does a little Ali shuffle. The rest of the match and pushes Mcdonagh over. At least we know there's no shrinking violet, Colin. He won't be intimidated. Oh, good uppercut from Gavin. Just makes Mcdonagh miss twice and then draws him in. Stings him with the uppercut. Two left hands as well.
One has the impression that if this was a 8 or 10 round, and then Gavin may well have stopped him because he's getting home consistently with jabs and left crosses and body
jab.
shots. And
goes in there. There's a minute left of the fight. Mcdonagh's going to get to the end relatively easily.
In actual fact, apart from the fact that goodness knows what they were saying to each other in there, it has been a clean fight.
Absolutely, we're not seeing
no elbows or heads or any of that nonsense
there was one low blow, possibly from Gavin. It was a bit borderline, and Mcdonagh didn't complain too much, did he?
No, and the referee didn't make a big fuss of it either.
Shrugged his shoulders, didn't he, the referee?
And just said keep them up a bit.
And that's it. We've hardly seen Jeff Hines. Pride on the line. Just makes Mcdonagh miss as we enter the final 20 seconds of the fight. So still coming forward. Simply left jab, but it's Gavin's fight. He just emphasises that point. And a solid left in the final seconds. There's the bell, and there's win number 6 for Frankie Gavin.
Cheekily went to referee to have his arm raised, the old pros trick. Anyway, it's all smiles and
is Arnie Farnell, Gavin's trainer,
and hugs now at the end. Always is at the end once the final bell goes.
All that aggression just dissipates, doesn't it? Yeah. Dean Powell.
Well, there's mutual respect there for them, I'm sure. Gavin respects Mcdonagh for going to 6 rounds with him.
Well, Dean Powell, he's in Frankie Gavin's corner, and he gave Mcdonagh a big high five at the bell and had a real smile on his face, sharing a joke with him.
Well, I make it a shutout. We'll see if the referee does. 60-54. But it wasn't very difficult to score, was it?
Not particularly. Frankie Gavin was at least a league or two, maybe, above Peter Mcdonagh.
Now they're talking to each other now, but it's all niceties. They're probably arranging to have a beer together.
They're both a good Irish stock, aren't they? So
maybe that's where the the pride bit.
Ladies and gentlemen, your referee Jeff Hines scores a contest 60 points to 54. The winner in the blue corner from Birmingham, Fun Time, Frankie Gavin.